Damn. Hey guys, Tootsie Forever here. Well, as you can tell, I got this arcade machine as a gift, but you don't care about that. No. You care about me complaining. And well, lucky for you, today's a special day because this is the 40th Brony problems. Like, wow! And I want to complain about something big. I want to complain about something massive. I want to complain about the motherlode of all problems in the Brony fandom. Equestria Daily. Now, before I can explain what Equestria Daily is and how it impacts the Brony fandom, we first have to go all the way back to the early days of the fandom in 2010. A guy by the name Sethisto wanted to establish a community where fans of the newly popular show My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic could get together and post fanfictions, arts, videos, updates, and anything related to Friendship is Magic. A site that could show off this wonderful content in the newly founded Brony fandom, as there was no place to do so. It's not like how it is today, where there are different Brony sites you can look up to find pony stuff. Back then, if you wanted to give your thoughts on the latest episode or talk with other pony fans, you would have to use 4chan. There wasn't a set image board for My Little Pony, so 4chan got tired of everyone posting ponies in places they weren't supposed to. So moderators did a mass ban on all pony-related content, and one of those banned users was Sethisto, which is good because it encouraged him to make the website Equestria Daily. Now, the website is followed by the Friendship is Magic staff, some of the networks that are hosting My Little Pony, and yes, the big man at Hasbro is following their site. We also can't forget the huge following of fans, all thanks to that one man who dropped out of college and became the best basement-dwelling Brony, Sethisto. Now, as much as I can appreciate this website for what it has done in shaping our lovely Brony community, I don't care. I'm still going to complain because there's still so many things wrong with their site. Like, I don't even know where to begin. So let's start with my personal experiences. Now, I used Equestria Daily a lot back in the day when I first joined the Brony fandom, as I didn't know where to find the latest pony trending stuff, but for the longest time, I always felt like this website had a grip on the Brony fandom. I was led to believe that if you wanted to get into the Brony fandom, you had to get featured on their site, and can you blame me for thinking this? Almost every day, they were posting some groundbreaking Brony news, whether it be the latest fan project, video, art, comic, fanfiction, anything. A lot of well-known Bronies got their start by being featured on here multiple times, and the site was getting over 500,000 views per day. It felt like they were running the Brony fandom. Today, it feels like they're clinging on to the Brony fandom. The content that they allow on their site went around their guidelines for what could and could not be posted. In fact, people got so annoyed with them doing this that Equestria Daily just straight up removed most of the rules that people complained about, and now just accepts generally anything. Equestria Daily also seems to have no idea who its website wants to be for. You would think for fans of My Little Pony, so they would want to keep their content family-friendly oriented for all ages, but they still want to continue to post saucy stuff. Why? Sethisto seems to be really into that stuff considering his Twitter account is filled with it, which is fine, but keep it off your website. If you want to go all the way and post adult stuff, then do it, but don't get mad at Google for not wanting to recommend your site in the results. What makes me nervous is when I think of Equestria Daily, I think of a news outlet who's being assigned to do an article on Bronies. So someone recommends this site. Now, how would it look if when they go to that website and they see this? How would that make us look? They are also known for not knowing what information to post, whether it be official or fan-made. For an example, while I was writing this script, I noticed they thought a new Ponies anthology was posted, but instead it was just a re-upload from a year ago. But don't tell them that. And yes, I know all of the information that is submitted into their site is by viewers, but you would still think that they would at least have some quality assurance. I just want to see them post up-to-date information with the newest fan content and whatever Hasbro releases for My Little Pony, like clothing, toys, games, events, and should really stay away from covering pointless topics. Like, ugh. And can we all agree that if you're using Equestria Daily, whether it be weekly or daily, that the website should not cover fan drama such as somebody being exposed? Like, a few years ago, when I Love Kim Possible a Lot was getting outed for treating people like crap, Equestria Daily talked about it slightly on their forums. They didn't dive into the controversy, but instead just said that it was just pointless fandom drama and continued to post her videos. Like, okay, why bring it up then? Why do a post about it? Why have anything to mention it? They addressed a Toon Critic's grooming scandal, but they were very hush-hush about it and didn't talk about the details on what was going on, and didn't dive much into it. It's either go in depth on what actually happened, or don't bring it up at all. If I have another major nitpick, it has to be the fact that they are a news site dedicated to spreading information about My Little Pony to its fans, but they will not post some lethal information that their fans are submitting to them. What I mean by this is when the My Little Pony movie was released on DVD, all they were doing was promoting the Amazon referral links on their website, meaning that they get some money every time you buy something from that link. Now, I understand that they have to make money in order to support their site, but the fact is that they just completely ignored the Target and Walmart exclusive DVDs that came with extra stuff just so they could push their referral links. They also did the same thing when fidget spinners were popular. Like, what? How desperate do you have to be to promote a fidget spinner? I also get kind of annoyed of how high of a pedestal they put the popular bronies on. They always get solo posts and special treatment as they have more subscribers and bring more viewers to the site. The creators don't care because their videos are getting more views. Equestria Daily doesn't care because they're getting more traffic, so it's a win-win for both parties. I know the website's intention is to show fandom creativity and not give light to underrated brony content creators, but it's still sad knowing that a lot of users are getting overshadowed by a comic dub video. F those videos. Overall, I like Equestria Daily, and I will still use it from time to time to get information to see what I missed out on the brony fandom, and you should too. The only reason I'm pointing out all these problems with it is that I'm really passionate about this site, as I've been using it for years. The website is still out of this world from being perfect, but I will admit they did tone down on some of the saucy imagery. Sorta, kinda, not really. They also don't talk too much about fan drama anymore, but I really wish they would give some more light to the underrated content creators. But that's not their intention. Equestria Daily came from one guy who got mad because he couldn't post ponies anymore, so he left and set his goal to create a website where everyone can post ponies, and he achieved it. So thank you, Sophisto. You're an alright guy who has a bright future ahead of him outside of ponies. As for